लायक सर-ए-एहतराम प्रोफेसर नईमा खातून, प्रिंसिपल वुमेन्स कॉलेज, मेहमान ज़ी-वक़ार प्रोफेसर आमिना किशोर, सामईन किराम और अजीज़ तालिबात, अस्सलामु अलैकुम। अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी की रिवायत के मुताबिक जलसे का आगाज़ तिलावत कुरान हकीम से होगा। मैं अहमदुर रहमान 4th सेमेस्टर को तिलावत के लिए डाइस पर बुलाना चाहूँगी। अहमदुर रहमान BA 4th सेमेस्टर।
रहमान जिसने इंसान को पैदा किया और उसे बोलना सिखाया। आफताब और महताब मुकर्ररा हिसाब से हैं और सितारे और दरख्त दोनों सजदा करते हैं। उसी ने आसमान को बुलंद किया और तराजू कायम की ताकि तुम तोलने में कमी न करो और इंसाफ के साथ तोलो और तोल में ज्यादती न दो। बेशक अल्लाह ताला ने सच फरमाया।
ज़माना आमतौर पर नया साल 31 दिसंबर को मनाने का कायल है। जाहिर सी बात है कि अलीगढ़ ज़माने से अलग नहीं हो सकता। यहाँ भी वही सिलसिला राइज है, लेकिन अलीगढ़ के इस मशहूर ज़माना मरकज़ तहज़ीब व तालीम अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी का एक छोटा सा गोशा ऐसा है जहाँ असल नए साल की इब्तिदा, नए साल का जश्न हम 2 फरवरी से मनाना शुरू करते हैं। सबब इसका ये है कि आज ही के दिन हमारे 2 मुहसिनीन एक हुए थे, यानी वो रहमतज़ादा कश्मीर जिसने हमारी यानी ख़वातीन की तालीम के लिए, उनकी ज़हनी सतह को बुलंद करने के लिए, उन्हें नए आफाक से वाकिफ़ कराने के लिए एक इदारा कायम किया। उस अजीम शख्सियत का नाम तो शेख अब्दुल्ला था, लेकिन जिनके लिए उन्होंने ये इदारा कायम किया, उन्होंने प्यार से उसे पापा मियाँ और उनकी बेगम को आलमी कहकर पुकारा। आज ही के दिन ये दोनों हस्तियाँ रिश्ता इज़्दवाज में मुंसलिक हुई थीं और आज हम सब इस क़रान-उस-सालैन की यादगार के तौर पर इस दिन को यौम बानियान के तौर पर मनाने के लिए जमा हुए हैं। चराग जलते हैं बादे सबा महकती है, चराग जलते हैं बादे सबा महकती है, तुम्हारे हुस्न तकल्लुम से क्या नहीं होता। मैं प्रोफेसर नाजिया हसन को डाइस पर आने की दावत देती हूँ ताकि आप तमाम सामाईन इस शेर को हकीकत में तब्दील होता हुआ देख सकें। Professor Nazia Hassan.
India, we live in different ages and different languages simultaneously. I'm sure you all are enjoying the fragrant honey poured on by my friend Dr. Humaira Mahmood Afridi, whose words are going to echo in many hearts afterwards for days. That's the privilege of the mother tongue and a glorious asset of the speaker here. Respected Vice Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Principal Women's College, esteemed Chief Guest Professor Amina Kishore, Professor Zakia Siddiqui, Professor Shagufta Imtiaz, Dr. Ghazala Nahi, all the dignitaries, guests, colleagues, students and friends, wish you all a very happy Founders Day. As part of welcome to our special guests today, allow me to announce a modest gift by the college. These are paintings done by our first year students of VFA. I wish the great painters in the making, our VFA students themselves, could have the pleasure to hand over the paintings to the guests, but they will not make it. So I request Ms. Varda Ansari, Ms. Fahid Sehban, Ms. Mariam Ansari, and Samra Fatima, students of BA 6th semester, who will hand over the paintings to our guests. माली भाई को भी बहुत शुक्रिया, उन्होंने इतने खुशबाश पौधे तैयार रखे हैं। A very cheerful and warm welcome to you. The Tarana was written by Dr. Riaz Fatima, an old faculty of our college, belonging to this college to Sheikh Abdullah. Here we go.
दिलों में
हुआ है तमानियत, सुकून, आफियत और खैर के मज़ामीन तफसील से बयान हुए हैं। हमारी शायरी में भी जन्नातुन नईम की तरकीब इन्हीं मानों में पसंदीदा है और जन्नातुन नईम मुरक्कब के दूसरे हिस्से में एक ताए तानीस लगा दीजिए तो इससे जो शख्सियत बनती है, इस शख्सियत का मर्तबा ये है कि पापा और आलमी के इस महखाने में वो साक़ी की हैसियत से मशहूर हैं। वही साक़ी जिनके लिए फिराक ने कहा था, फर्श महखाना में जलते चले जाते हैं चिराग, फर्श महखाना में जलते चले जाते हैं चिराग, दी है तेरी आहिस्ता रवि ऐसा भी। तो अब मैं दरख्वास्त करती हूँ प्रिंसिपल वुमेन्स कॉलेज प्रोफेसर नईमा खातून से कि वो डाइस पर तशरीफ लाएं। प्रोफेसर नईमा खातून।
Honorable Vice Chancellor and Chief Guest Professor Amina Kishore, guests of honor Pro Vice Chancellor Professor Mohammad Gurrez and Mrs. Vice Chancellor Dr. Hamida Tariq, Professor Zakia Siddiqui, Secretary Female Education Association, Provost Abdullah Hall, Professor Ghazal Nahi, Coordinator Professor Shagufta Imtiaz, Deans of the Faculties, Chairpersons of the Departments, former Principals of Women's College, distinguished guests, colleagues and dear students, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. I am honored and delighted to welcome you all to the Founders Day celebration of Women's College. As this college is the realization of the dreams of the founders Sheikh Abdullah and Wahid Jahan, lovingly called Papa Mia and Alawi. Today's celebration is a mark of gratitude for the noble intentions of our founders. At a time when the community was not ready for modern education, Dr. Sheikh Abdullah and his wife Begum Wahid Jahan dreamed of providing education to women and uplifting them from the darkness of ignorance and backwardness. This very thought is worth appreciation, for who had ever given a serious thought to the life of girls in this part of the world. They were just relative beings who lived through life in borrowed light of their family members. Our founders are thus far more than just visionaries, for they thought and dared to act against the conventional norms that required an extraordinary courage and faith. We cannot forget that this extensive and all-embracing campus of Women's College of Aligarh Muslim University, along with the Hall of Residence, had its humble beginning in a small house in Upper Fort, Aligarh. The journey of women's movement has been a glorious one. Over the years, the campus has added a large number of structures. The buildings, the laboratories, and other infrastructures reflect the continuation and perpetuation of the dreams of Papa Mia and Alawi. Their vision of educated and empowered women is being realized with the accomplishment of our students. Respected Chief Guest, friends and students, we indeed feel proud with the realization that Women's College has retained a priority in the list of choicest institutions for girls education for decades. It has been serving the society by providing quality education to students from across the nation and even abroad. Current strength of students is over 3,000, including a number of overseas students from countries such as Malaysia, Thailand, Mauritius, Bangladesh, Nepal, Turkmenistan and Indonesia. Our patron, Vice Chancellor Professor Tariq Mansoor needs no introduction. We all know that it is due to his relentless efforts that the university has received large amount of funds and grants from Government of India, and our college had its share for various constructions and renovations. The new look of this auditorium is the generosity of our Vice Chancellor, for which we are grateful to him. We are also very grateful to our guests of honor, Pro Vice Chancellor Professor Mohammad Gurrez, who has always paid special attention to our needs. Vice Chancellor Saab and PVC Saab make a very productive and profound work to bring improvement in all levels. Their honest concern and all these developments will definitely make a difference in the college campus. We have recently completed the construction of the college swimming pool and the common room for students. These are the two very essential amenities for a healthy and happy college life. Thank you, VC sir, for making it possible. I am here to announce that our common room is yet to be inaugurated by our Vice Chancellor very soon. Our next guest of honor, Dr. Hamida Tariq, the leading pediatrician of the city and a great human being, is well known for her philanthropic work. We are sure she will help in improving the quality of life of the girls in the campus in her own special way. We are grateful to you, ma'am, for accepting our invitation as the guest of honor. I am more than pleased to introduce our chief guest today, Professor Amina Kishore. The faculty know Professor Kishore well enough, but for the students I must inform that Professor Amina Kishore has taught here as a faculty of English for more than 30 years. She was the principal of this college during 2001 to 2007 and undertook some of the most positive projects like building up a new administrative block and improving the library, creating a biopark, computer lab and other facilities. But we all remember her for the love and confidence that she was capable of instilling among students and teachers. Very few people have this charm of binding people positively together and strengthen an institute the way Professor Amina Kishore has done. We are the benefactors of many of the good decisions taken during her tenure as the principal of Women's College. I am extremely happy to host my teacher, Professor Amina Kishore ma'am, as the chief guest for today's program. The Founders Day has always been a glorious celebration. We have a tradition of recognizing and rewarding our students on this particular day by giving awards in various category and merit certificates to students of each subject. It includes awards with prize money, and that is the Padma Bhushan Papa Mia Award, the Best Girl Award to a student of the final year for all-round achievement and showing excellence in curricular and co-curricular and extracurricular activities. We are grateful to Professor Zakia Akhtar Siddiqui. All these awards are sponsored by her as the Secretary Female Education Association. But the pandemic discontinued this practice. We are celebrating this day after 4 years of gap caused by locked up state of affairs and online classes. The pandemic came and went. We lost so many loved ones. Some of our very efficient faculty members also passed out. The loss of Professor Qazi Jamshed of Political Science, Professor Irshadullah Fahad of Geology, Dr. Mohammad Furqan of Urdu will never be forgotten in this context. We all saw death so closely. The pandemic hit the education sector exceedingly, shifting to the online mode of learning and teaching so suddenly because of the pandemic was a challenge for everyone. But classes were held regularly, assessment and examinations went on as per the schedule. Yet the university continued with the ongoing semesters and examinations so that no students suffer any academic loss. The online classes all the students, administration and teachers deserve a big applause for carrying on with their work relentlessly all through those horrible months. Students from the financially weaker background who could not afford devices for online learning were provided with tablets and smartphones. It was possible due to the timely intervention of the Aligarh Alumni Association of Greater Chicago, which donated an amount of 60 lakh rupees for the purchase of gadgets. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to this Alumni Association because you rescued so many students from educational deprivation. In lack of this support, we can guess the consequences. Many would have dropped out. Many would have drowned with depression and whatnot. It was a great humanitarian help given by the alumni. Another group of the name of AMU Women's Alumni Foundation has recently gifted the college two important things: a projector for the auditorium and a water cooler for the students. We have been assured of receiving them soon. I express my gratitude to the foundation on behalf of the college fraternity. Although the usual normal life was badly disturbed, the adjustment with new normal was not easy as well. Yet the students and faculty continued with their efforts to engage with academic and extracurricular activities. I am pleased to announce a few of these achievements. One great achievement of our college during the last 4 years has been organizing an international conference in collaboration with the UGC on the topic of gender equality for a better world, issues and challenges in the online world. Professor Yasmin Saikia from the University of Arizona and Dr. Farah Usmani, United Nations, New York, were keynote speakers. Interestingly, Professor Kishore was the chief guest in that event also. Luminaries like Professor Shirin Musfi, Professor Indu Agnihotri, Professor Kumkum Roy, Dr. Rakshanda Jalil, Professor Amina Kazi, Ms. Sumbul Rizvi from UNHC Geneva, Ms. Asifa Usmani from IRIS London, Sibkat Usmani from IWHT Toronto, and many others joined us in the discussions and deliberations. And our guest of honor today was also the chief guest of the session of that seminar. Out of more than 500 abstracts received, 46 papers were selected to be presented from universities of India and 6 foreign countries. Professor Nazia Hassan was the convener of the conference. The NCC cadets of our college performed well in all activities of NCC conducted this year. Our NCC girls won the first prize in the Republic Day parade this year. Ms. Maryada Sharma, student of BSc, won gold medal in the CTC Senior Camp and National Integration Camp. Disha Singh participated in the UPA Bharat Shresth Bharat Camp of 2019 held in Banaras. Tarannum Khan and Kanika Pashni participated in the Rajasthan and All India Girls Trekking Expedition and won prizes. The Indian women cricket team under 19 has just emerged victorious on the international scenario. The college sports team also has wonderful news to share. Continuing with the legacy created by Anurag Singh, who won medals in Commonwealth Games and Summer Olympics a few years ago representing India. Representing India and India, our students, Ms. Ariba Khan of BFA, participated in the 40th North Zone Shooting Championship in Jaipur, the individual silver and street women category, gold medal in ISSF Junior World Championship in Peru. Ariba has gone study with her participation and winning in 2022, and she has won in New Delhi, Croatia, Cyprus and Germany. Sports Committee supervised by Dr. Nazia Khan has held a number of events in all these years. All national and university special days have been a sport event, and volleyball, basketball, badminton, tennis tournaments have been held regularly. Yoga has become an essential part of the college campus. Our students have participated in the North Zone Intervarsity events, and the badminton team qualified for All India and for Khelo India for 2022. It is worth mentioning that the best scores in majority of undergraduate courses running in the university are achieved by the college students. Some of our students have been doing great academically. Sharifa Pasha from Communicative English is pursuing Masters in the University College of London, and other two from English are doing Masters in New York and Singapore University. Juwairiya Zafar is admitted in International Masters Degree Program at the University of Eastern Finland. Saima Khan Afridi is recipient of Malaysian Technical Cooperation Program Scholarship, and Ms. Shruti Sharma is in Aras University, and Madia Kirwai is in the Cambridge University. Ms. Subia Fatma from BA has worked as research intern at Administrative Intern at Center for Regional Studies and Sustainability Studies, and organized cross-border dialogue between Afghanistan, India, and Pakistani scholars and researchers on the question of the future of Afghanistan. Ms. Quratulain and from BA Honours English won the International Urdu Debate. Ms. Tania Kainat, Ms. Fareen Shaman and of English section have won prizes in national level speech competitions, and they have published poems and research papers in significant journals. Juwairiya Rahman of Geography Main has won the Best Delegation at St. Stephen's College of Delhi University and won second place at Central Gold Festival quiz competitions, and she will be representing AMU at national level. Every year on Sir Syed Day, Republic Day and on Gandhi Jayanti, our college students make a meaningful part of the university activities. Ms. Hayat Fatma, Ms. Naila Alvi, Ms. Juwairiya Rahman, Ms. Aisha Tanvir and others have confidently represented the college's views on these reputed platforms. Being an institute whose good reputation goes far and wide, we know our important role the teachers play in keeping the spirit of scholarly inquiry high. Our teachers, old and new, all have been engaged in research works at various levels. During March 20 to February 23, around 96 teachers have presented papers in various national and international conferences held in India and abroad. We have 84 international publications by faculty members. Around 46 PhDs were awarded in different subjects and faculties under the supervision of our teachers. Most of the teachers have been actively engaged in research work. Some of them presented papers in reputed universities of Austria, Sudan, Mexico, USA, Germany, Sharjah, Columbia University, New York, Saudi Arabia, Malaysia, and of course India. Teachers of our fine arts section participated in art exhibition at various universities. 2 of our teachers from English and Hindi are awardees of Gyan course. 9 teachers of our college have received prestigious awards. Due to paucity of time, I am not able to acknowledge them by name. In the end, I congratulate all the students and teachers for their accomplishment and wish them success in life. We are of course indebted to Professor Zakia Athar Siddiqui, Secretary Female Education Association, for sponsoring all the awards on the Founders Day. This year we are not able to present it, but in a later date we will be having that function separately. I am thankful to Professor Shagufta Imtiaz and her team for organizing the function in such a flawless manner. Last but not the least, I am thankful to Dr. Ghazala Nahid, Provost Abdullah Hall, for extending hospitality to our guests on today's occasion. I thank all of you for your kind support extended to me to pursue the vision of our founders. Thank you very much.
तालिबात और सतजा इसी तरह कामयाबी के नित नए आसमान मुसफ़्फ़र करती रहेंगी। सूरह वज़्ज़ुहा में इरशाद है, वाम्मा बिनेमत रब्बिका फहद्दिस, और अपने रब की नेमतों का खूब तज़किरा करें। यानी हम बखूबी जानते हैं कि उस कादिरुल मुतलक ने हमको अनगिनत नेमत-हाय गिरामाया से नवाज रखा है, और इन्हीं बेजबहा इनामात में से एक BA 6 सेमेस्टर की तालिबा अर्शी ज़हीर के हिस्से में आया है। अर्शी जिनकी आवाज़ में हीरे की चमक भी है, मोतिया की महक भी, नीज़ बहते पानी की तरह रवां ये आवाज़ हवाओं को रोकती और वक्त को साकित करती, कानों के रास्ते हमारे दिल को वो गुदाज अदा करती है कि आंखें वुज़ू करने लगती हैं और रूह साक़त हो जाती है। पेश खिदमत है बहादुर शाह ज़फ़र की गज़ल, मतलब है, बात करनी मुझे मुश्किल कभी ऐसी तो ना थी, जैसी अब है तेरी महफिल कभी ऐसी तो ना थी। अर्शी ज़हीर।
मुझे
Mishra believed that life without music would have been a mistake. You proved that right, Ms. Arshi. Thank you. So this is real that we are face to face, standing here, breathing in the same wall, listening to each other in person. Just recapitulating those locked up days, minimum needs fulfilled, poverty exhibited on the roads in the form of migrants, people leaving the world all around us, sound like a nightmare. Our academic life was equally dismal, although online classes continued without break, assessments followed timelines. But there was something spectral, something uncanny even in that regularity. The changes were chaotic, with fear looming large. The year 2022 saw normalcy returning reluctantly to the society and to the campus. It is pretty pleasant to move away from the socially distanced, Zoom-mediated reality with an unattainable work satisfaction, a self-indulgent, slovenly routine to a more active, live and mobile life that we are witnessing here. Holding the Founders' Day with invited guests, this hall full of people, is very reassuring that yes, we have come back to our real world. Congratulations for that. You all know that doctors and health workers have played a tremendous role in retaining this normalcy. They have provided humanity extraordinary services in an unprecedented way. To commemorate this selfless spirit of human service and to applaud the support given to our Vice Chancellor, let us join hands to welcome our guest of honor, Dr. Hamida Dawood.
So lovely. It's a very good morning today to all of you. I have been allotted 5 minutes very strictly, so I have been asked not to exceed by the principal. So here I go. Esteemed dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, principals of various schools, teachers, guests, and dear students. As I stand before you, my thoughts fly to the beloved founder couple of the Women's College, Sheikh Abdullah and Wahid Jahan Begum, who together made the impossible possible. Fondly known as Papa Mia and Alavi, they revolutionized the lives of scores of girls and women across the globe through the powerful tool of education. Founders' Day of institutions are generally celebrated either on the birth anniversary of the founders or on the inception of the institution. Women's College, Aligarh Muslim University, has the unique distinction of celebrating it on the marriage anniversary of this amazing founder couple. A wonderful tribute to the unflinching mutual support, far-sightedness, and love that went into the building of this great seat of learning. This painstaking, magical journey teaches us an important lesson, and that is, where there is a will, there is a way, and that anything can be achieved provided there is purity of intent and an undying spirit. Today, we celebrate the rich history of this college, the indomitable spirit of the founders, and the many individuals after them who have contributed in taking this institution to new heights of glory. What started as a small madrasa comprising of just 17 underprivileged girls, amidst severe criticism, has now metamorphosed into a vibrant premier institute of higher education, replete with majestic buildings, sprawling lawns, state-of-the-art swimming pool, gym, sport facilities, dedicated principal and teachers, and the list goes on. I have had the privilege of witnessing many programs in the college showcasing the diverse talents of the girls, whether it was in literature, arts, sports, and other areas. I just heard a very beautiful ghazal by the student. This is solely due to the nurturing by the very competent and dynamic principal, Professor Naima, and a team of dedicated teachers. Now, three important factors are crucial for women empowerment, and they are education, financial independence, and decision-making power. An educated woman has the ability to make the right choices in her life on important issues, is able to navigate through challenging situations, and can contribute meaningfully to the development of a family, of a society, and of a country. Financial independence is important for one's self-esteem, and it facilitates controls over one's life, one's aspirations and dreams. So it is not just Beti Bachao or Beti Padhao, but it is Beti Kamao too. We had 2001 as a year of women empowerment in India, and successive governments have crafted women-friendly policies and well-meaning legislation to support women's emancipation. Since then, 23 years down the line, a lot of water has flowed under the bridge. Empowerment is a mindset. Nothing changes the status quo unless there is a will from within to bring a change. Unless each one of us awakens to our rights as guaranteed by the Constitution, and to the immense potential that each of us is endowed with, no transformation is possible. Today, the positive effect of women in leadership role is crystal clear. Women are successfully running countries, cities, building institutions and economies, flying in space and skies, guarding our country's borders, and much more. In my time, the girls had very few careers to choose from. Today, there is no dearth of career choices, and girls can take up many professions they are passionate about. Example, you can be a human resource manager, fashion and interior designer, nutritionist and data scientist. You can take up journalism, you can be in the banking and finance sector, career counseling, media, law, etc. I suggest that girls take up some of these emerging careers, as there is plenty of scope in them today. As students of the Women's College, let me give you reasons why each of you studying here should consider yourself very fortunate. Today, women and girls worldwide spend 200 million hours every day doing household menial jobs like collecting water, firewood, cooking, washing, that prevent them from pursuing their studies. This adds to 22,800 years, which is a colossal waste of time, energy, and potential. Every day, hundreds of thousands of girls globally are harmed physically and psychologically, with the consent of their families and communities. 23 girls every minute are married off before 18 years. Post-pandemic, more than 130 million girls have dropped out from schools, never to return, and millions are struggling to stay in schools. Every 10 minutes, somewhere in the world, an adolescent girl dies as a result of violence. These are just few examples. So please realize the advantage of studying in a very safe and secure environment with ample opportunities for you to grow. So my take-home message to the students is, make the best possible use of your time, resources and potential to realize your dreams. Stay clear of social media unless it is used for propping up your knowledge or advancing your career prospects. Girls, there is no shortcut to success.
Success, I believe, is 99% perspiration and just 1% inspiration. Be mindful of your health. You are the country's most precious human resource, and its future depends on your young shoulders. There is no force equal to a woman who is determined to rise. Nothing binds you except your thoughts, and nothing limits you except your fears. To the parents and teachers, I would like to say, be the perfect role models for your daughters and students as you guide them through the rough waters of life. The right investment in the girls today assures a prosperous future tomorrow. Women constitute half of humanity, so they are equal partners in solving the burning issues of climate change, environment, political conflicts, economy, disease prevention and treatment, and global sustainability. Let us as parents and teachers provide the right atmosphere in our homes, schools and colleges so that each girl feels loved, valued and confident. Teach them how best not to buckle under the pressures and failures of life. It is common knowledge that high achievers have contented souls and are happy people. So it takes a happy home, a happy school, and a happy college environment to raise happy girls. I conclude with one of my favorite quotes of Jawaharlal Nehru, our first Prime Minister. To awaken a nation, it is the woman who has to be awakened. Once she is on the move, her family moves, her community and her nation moves. This is in sense true Nari Shakti. In the end, I wish the college, the teachers, the principals, and all the students a very bright future.
And the essence of the message. Thank you, Hamida ma'am. Your wise words are definitely going to make a mark in the lives of many of our young audience today. The next segment is about showcasing the creative and critical abilities of our students and teachers. We have the book release ceremony. Let's begin with the Women's College magazine. Our magazine publication was also discontinued due to the pandemic. The students need spaces to express their ideas, imagination, observation, and profound thinking. The Women's College magazine provides that firmament where they find wing in pen and paper. We selected an editorial team from all streams of science and humanities under guidance of 3 teachers from the main languages taught here. They worked hard on compilation, editing, and designing of the magazine for months, giving a glimpse of their speculation regarding life and birth. Under patronage of the principal, Professor Naima Khatun, Professor Shagufta Imtiaz, Dr. Fawzia Osmani from English, Professor Reshma Begum and Dr. Shagufta Niaz from Hindi, Dr. Sarwar Sajid and Dr. Hanif Khan from Urdu have worked assiduously with a team of students. I invite all these teachers and editorial members, the chief editor, Ms. Kanya Kainat for English, to come and show the labor of their life. So we release the magazine. Selected out of 46 presented in the international conference organized in 2020. I, Nancy Hassan, happened to be the editor, allowed me to join them. book is a collection of short stories translated from Kashmiri to English by our very talented colleague, Professor Munira T. Professor Munira is one of the rare persons in the campus knowing more than 6 languages. Kashmiri seems to be a new addition. Many congratulations to you. We have only 2 copies, but we are happy to release this. A collection of short stories. Thank you. Books written during 2019 to 2023, entitled Population and Social Developments, a study of tribes, population Singboom, and residential quality of small towns. Many congratulations to the Garza. The next book that we are going to release today Sheri Majmua, Dr. Sarwar Sati. Sarwar is very popular. And it is indeed the most appropriate day to release this book. Tabir in Hindi. And Dr. Shagufta Niaz is a prolific writer. She, mashallah, releases books every Father's Day. And that's a great asset for our college. Congratulations. We have 2 books here. One of our books was published in 2019 and it has sold off, so it is the 2nd edition. And there is a new book as well. Ahad Aurangzeb ki Farsi Shairi ka Tanqidi Jaiza. And the other one is Sukar Banane by Nasida. Wonderful that we have made it. We have made so many books, written so many books, in spite of all that. Congratulations. Next, we have a very young faculty in English, of course. I'm so proud of this fact. This is Dr. Sadaf Farid. Two books, very important and the topics of books on women's college history. One is Begum Sultan Jahan. It is on Begum Sultan Jahan, and another is on Sir Sultan Muhammad Shah, a Doyen of Aligarh Muslim University. Very pleased to release these 2 books over here on the right platform at the right time, and I hope that we keep writing. Congratulations, Professor. It's raining books, but there are a few more. We also have a book by Dr. Muhammad Suhail Qasimi from Theology. The title is Buddhism or Sabain. Dr. Suhail, you can join. Come with your books. Quran ka matlub insaan. Just a few left. This is by Dr. Muhammad Suhail Qasmi, The Music of Sabayan. So we are looking ahead at the world and trying to understand other religions, other communities. This open approach is something very positive. Dr. Hina Ishaq from Farsi, Persian. Please come to your books. And it has a very interesting title. This book seems to be very interesting. Shehzadi Jahan Ara ki ilmi aur adabi tehreek. Translated and written by Dr. Hina Ishaq, a very young faculty in Persian. बहुत बहुत मुबारक. Next is Dr. Muhammad Firoz Ahmed from Geography. The title is Space, Place and Global Capital, a study of transforming indigenous spaces. Seems to be a very important addition to the books written by AMU faculty. Dr. Muhammad Firoz Ahmed, Geography. Next is Dr. Lubna Naz from Islamic Studies. And her book is entitled Sufi Arnold, poet, writer, who turned Sufi. Sufi Arnold of Islamic Thought and Civilization, a critical study. So it seems to be a great find how Sufism became part of the Western civilization. Many congratulations to Lubna. Lubna, stand here. Dr. Afsana Parveen from Urdu. Very relevant to the time, to the occasion. The title, Unwan Mehtab ka Aligarh Jahan-e-Ilm o Adab. सबको ये किस्मती नसीब नहीं मिली. Jahan-e-Ilm o Adab. This is exciting. Congratulations. We have a book by Dr. Muhammad Hanif Khan. How many books if you are reading? Urdu Academy Award. So Muhammad Hanif Khan is there with his latest book. Congratulations. The last but not the least, we have a book by late Muhammad Furqan, our beloved Muhammad Furqan, who is no more with us. He was a faculty of Urdu, and he has written many books on women's college history. So this is about, this is Swanahi Sheikh Abdullah. And we thought that this book must be released. Biography of Sheikh Abdullah written in Urdu. And we have his wife here releasing the book. Muhammad Furqan will live on with his cities. हमेशा राह दिखाने की। Thank you very much. And the academic state of any university depends on the works that come up. We are very happy to be part of this occasion, dear authors and editors who have published these books. Thank you very much. I request Dr. Umaira Afridi to move on with the next set of program.
का दोहा मुलाहिजा फरमाएं, कहत नटत रीझत खिजत मिलत खिलत लजियात, भरे भवन में करत है नैनन ही सो बात। मुशाहिदे जमाल के लिए वसीला लिका ही है, हमारी तहजीब में इंसान की अव्वलीन ख्वाहिश लिका का जिक्र रब्बे अरनी और लबतरानी के हवालों से खूब हुआ है। और जब जमाल आंखों के रास्ते मुंतकिल होकर दिल की अथाह गहराइयों में अपनी जगह बना देता है, तो वो साहिब दिल इस वाक़े पर जिस तरह का रद्द-ए-अमल जाहिर करता है, इससे फारसी उर्दू शायरी भरी हुई है। तरह तरह से हमें इसका बयान मिलता है। अंदरी खान चिरागीस के अस्पर्तवे आम, हर कुजा में निगरम अंजुमन साब का अंत। ये उसी मुंबई जमात का परतव है जो तरह तरह से जिंदगी में अपने रंग दिखाता है, और इस परतव का मिज़दाक जो हो जाता है, उस पर तारी होने वाली हैरानी कभी उसे गुम कर देती है और कभी ये कहने पर मजबूर कर देती है, छाप तिलक सब छीन ले लो, मुझसे नैना मिलाई है। का कलाम पेशकश विमेंस कॉलेज म्यूजिकल क्वायर की।
Yeah.
हम फर्जंदान अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी में से किसी एक पर इस शेर की तकसीम करके देखना चाहेंगे तो मेरी तरह आपके जहन में भी हमारे अब्दुल अजीज नायब शेख जामिया का नामी आ गया होगा कि ज़हानत उनका वर्सा, शराफत उनकी सीरत, तहम्मुल उनका मिजाज और बुर्दबारी उनका शियार है। मैं एक शेर के साथ प्रोफेसर मोहम्मद गुर्रेज को डाइस को मदऊ करती हूँ। फ़कत इस शौक़ में पूछी है हज़ारों बातें, फ़कत इस शौक़ में पूछी है हज़ारों बातें, मैं तेरा हुस्न तेरे हुस्न बयां कर देती हूँ। तो वाइस चांसलर ऑफ द मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी प्रोफेसर मोहम्मद गुर्रेज।
Professor Khaled Mansoor, Vice Chancellor Aligढ़ University, Zakia Atta Siddiqui, Professor Amna Kishore, Professor Naima Khatun, Dr. Azada Nahid, distinguished faculty members and my dear students. I am really indeed grateful to the principal and the college for giving me this opportunity to speak on this solemn occasion when we are celebrating the Founders Day of the College Day function. In case we look back and realize that the 106-year-old, the college, when it came into being in 1906, or precisely when we say that it came into being in 1937 when it became a college. Since then, the college has served a lot of purpose. It has educated generations of millions of students over the years. And I am of the firm opinion that had there been no college, the university alumni or AMU alumni, the way they have settled in all walks of life and leading a respected life all through would not have been possible. You, the girls, deserve accolade today because you happens to be the custodian of this great tradition which we are celebrating today. Once we look back and realize that as to when the college established and what was its foundation and what was the mission, apart from Sheikh Abdullah and Alabi and his close associates, I think one name which I take with lots of reverence and respect was Begum Sultan Jahan. Because she was the one who not only supported the cause of a boarding house in this premises, but also supported financially. I think this was a move at that hour when it was nobody realized that there is a possibility of having a boarding house for the girls. What this would mean that the girls for the first time would be coming and realizing their dreams collectively from all walks of life and from all corners of the country. I think to me it was a mission, it was a revolution in progress, it was a movement for women's emancipation. When we look the foundation of the college and its integration to the university in 1937, this you would realize that 19 years ahead, when Lady Shri Ram College in Delhi University was established. And at that moment, the education of women was less than 3%. I think this is the time of retrospection, this is the time when we should think as to where we are. In case we see the national census of 2011, we will notice that women education as compared to the majority community, especially among Muslims, is 23.8% as compared to the national average of 46%. I think a lot has to be done. We are concerned about your safety, about your well wishes, about the progress in all walks of life. During last 2 years when we were suffering from pandemic-19, we could see that there were lots of handicaps, especially you, the girl students. The alumni of AMU has helped you a lot. I think, as principal has rightly pointed out, there was a distribution of tablets by Chicago Alumni Associations. I think The Vice Chancellor is all the time is concerned about your safety and about how to improve the standard and provide more and more facility to you in this campus. We could also find out that it was becoming difficult to bringing you back to the campus after 2 years of gap. There was lots of reluctance among the girls, and we could see that there is a total fallout of around 6% of the enrollment ratio, the applications received in the university. And that was not only limited to Aligarh Muslim University, that was a phenomenon experienced in all the universities. We could see also that there is lots of depression among the girls and among the boys similarly. The Vice Chancellor is constantly wants that a counselor is provided to you in the campus so that you can come out normal to yourself which you used to be. I realize that some of you, the final year students, will not be having this opportunity again to assemble here and to mingle with your friends. I reminded a couplet that आज की बात फिर नहीं होगी, ये मुलाकात फिर नहीं होगी. आज उनको भी ये महसूस हुआ जैसे ये बात फिर नहीं होगी और ऐसे बादल को फिर भी आएंगे, ऐसी बरसात फिर नहीं होगी. I wish you good luck. I wish you a bright future wherever you go, in what pursuit you should try and further your studies. And I am also grateful to the teachers of this women's college for their relentless support, for their encouragement and the way they are involved with you in making and see that you progress in life. And I will finish, with one couplet. देख जिंदा से परे रंगे चमन जोश बहार. And I will repeat. देख जिंदा से परे रंगे चमन जोश बहार. रक्स करना है तो फिर पाँव की जंजीर में.
महज एक फर्द नहीं, इदारा है. उस्ताद और असातिज़ा हैं कि असातिज़ा की कई नस्लों की तरबियत इन्हीं के हाथों हुई है और इनका हक है कि इनका तारुफ यौम बानियान की कोऑर्डिनेटर प्रोफेसर शगुफ्ता इम्तियाज़ करवाएं. प्रोफेसर शगुफ्ता इम्तियाज़, सुना है बोले तो बातों से फूल झड़ते हैं. ये बात है तो चलो बात करके देखते हैं.
Good morning and Assalamu alaikum to all of you. It is a great honor and privilege for me to introduce Professor Amina Kishore, the chief guest today. Professor Amina Kishore has been an invaluable part of this college. She has taught in the English section Women's College for 38 years. She had been the principal of Women's College ANU from 2001 to 2007. She joined the Maulana Azad National Urdu University, Manu, from 2007 to 2011 and served as the head of Department of English. She was the Dean, School of Languages, Literature and Indology, Manu, in 2011. She was member advisory committee, Center of Women's Studies and subsequently held the position of Maulana Abul Kalam Chair for a year. Professor Amina Kishore had been the visiting professor at Hyderabad Central University. She has a number of academic credentials to her credit. She has delivered a number of keynote addresses and has chaired a number of sessions. She has been on a number of committees in ANU and Manu and has been in the UGC committee for project evaluation. Professor Amina Kishore is a multilingual with a knowledge of English, Urdu and Telugu. Her translation of the biography of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan in Telugu created an opportunity for the Telugu speakers to read the biography in their mother tongue. Besides being an academician, Professor Amina Kishore has also been an able administrator and an excellent teacher. I quote her words which aptly reflect her personality. A teacher is nothing but magic who makes your dream come true, unquote. Her commitment towards her profession has been exemplary. Other than being an able administrator, it is her personal touch, humaneness, and other such quiet acts of compassion which have been her endearing qualities. Her modesty and conviction have left a mark and have inspired generations of teachers and students. I cannot help but reflect on the wide popularity which she had among all. For me, it resonates with what Annie Ernaux, the recipient of Nobel Prize in Literature 2022, said, and I quote, "I wonder if memory is not simply a question of following things through the end," unquote. I have an immense sense of pride that Professor Amina Kishore is among one of us who has made a significant mark towards the educational endeavor. Her farewell from college was more than a departure. It was an act of renewal and remembrance. It is this remembrance which has brought us on a common platform. We honor her on this day and feel honored by her presence. May I now invite Professor Amina Kishore to please address the audience.
Assalamu alaikum. May I break some protocol, Ms. Vice Chancellor? It's customary to address the Vice Chancellor first, but I take the prerogative. Zakia Abad, I am with you in this. I think we are about the senior most people in this auditorium today, if I am not mistaken. Zakia and I stand as the oldest members of this college, I think. So, I am very happy to note that there are two illustrious couples sitting on the dais, and I give my blessings to you. I'm very happy that I am here, of course, goes without saying. I am overwhelmed by what my young friend Shukta said. I can only add, or I can only cancel out all those words and say, I love you all. And that's my qualification to be here. Some of us are very fortunate. My husband and I always used to say that Aligarh gave us so much love, so much respect, a place which may have had its ups and downs, but it has remained in our hearts because of this love and respect we received from this place. And believe me, I was an outsider to this place when I came here. When I came here, I was an outsider, and believe me also, I must confess, I must tell you that when I came here, I said, with the pride of being a city girl, I said, I won't last here more than a year. I lasted here for 38 years. And I loved every moment of it. I still carry all my days and weeks and months and years I spent here. I carry them with much warmth in my heart. And I admire this place for adopting, accepting an outsider like me, accepting that I was sincere towards what I was doing, and returning my love and affection in abundance. As I stand here, I don't know how many Founders' Days we have. I have stood here 38 years, 38 Founders' Days at least. Some as a young teacher, some as in charge of some committee or the other, some as a principal, some as provost, whatever role I adopted. I remember that I stood here and I was as filled with joy on all those occasions as I am today. I am so filled with pride when I hear of all the great things that the students and the teachers of this great college are doing. The first thing I remember when I came to the Women's College Aligarh, Mumtaz Appa was the principal then. And Mumtaz Appa, when I went to greet her on receiving my appointment letter, she said to me, बस ये समझ जाओ कि तुम कहाँ आई हो. That sense of history has prevailed with me. Those of you who stay here 3 years or 30 years or 38 years, all of you are touched by that history. And the wonderful thing about history is, it is the past, but it is the ongoing present too. You have lived it, and you are living it. The many generations of all of us that sit here, we represent one or the other phase of the history of this great institution. I am very happy at the fact that today of the many books that have been released, quite many of them are related to the founders of this institution and the history of this college. I am very happy. I would just like to request Professor Naima Khatun to have the girls of your college read the last will of Papa Mia. I must mention that here because without mentioning that, you cannot understand how overwhelming my sense of history was about this college. Right in my early years, I think within the first 3 or 4 years of the college, my life in the college, I came across the last will of Papa Mia. And a few things that struck me then I must share with you. Anyone with property or anyone with a family, anyone with many children, they would like to write a will. That is not surprising at all. But this gentleman, Sheikh Abdullah, he writes in his will, and mark my words, you will understand why I feel the need to say that. He says, after the first generation of my children, my biological children, after that generation is over, the whole property, everything will go to the women's college and the girls' high school. That's not all. He says, if any of my grandchildren would like to stay here for the love of education of girls, they are welcome to use some of the land, 2000 gas. Some of the land they may use temporarily, build a house if they want to, and stay here. But they have no right to sell. Even मलबा भी बेचने का उनको हक नहीं है, उसका मलबा. Can you understand what I say? This is what you are part of. It is this jazba of which you are part. So they are not merely founders of the college. They are people who have given their all. And from all these books and from the other books, वही जहाँ की सवानी उमरी, you will come across how the couple disregarded their own children and gave the priority to the children of the college and school. So when we are part of that, where is the question of anyone going by one's own gain? There is no question of that. If we are here to gain something so that we give to others. And I know that all of you are doing so well, giving to others in so many ways. The old girls who are coming back, the alumni who are coming back to the college with the gestures of giving. These are samples of the spirit continuing in us. I remember the many ups and downs. Right now you saw while the books were being released, and after the books that was released, it brought tears to my eyes because I know that young man we were talking about. I looked at his wife and I said, yes, life treats you in that way. But then Amir Khusro came up. So life is this, right? Life is like a rainbow. You cry and laugh And I want our girls to understand the value of this kind of life, which is a mixture of so many things. So one moment you may be sober and talk about your duty to society, the other moment you may smile and laugh and enjoy the life that has been given to you, thanks to all these people who went before us. I remember Professor Tariq Mansoor, some years back, a senior gentleman had visited from Chicago. And he said, do you really believe in a women's college? Do you believe in a unisex institution? I don't like it, and I think that all our institutions should be co-educational. I said, I am sorry, I differ. Not just because I am here, but I believe in this, and I want to tell you why it is. There is no discrimination and there is no segregation as such in the society today. But creating a space like we have created here for you is a space which gives you full opportunities to blossom, full opportunities to realize yourselves. And the principal's report told us how the girls are standing shoulder to shoulder with boys and earning their laurels. There is nothing like you have to be sequestered in order to do well, or to be safe. You know, the safe word. Safety is not given by society. Safety is that something that we have earned. Because we have helped the men and the fathers and brothers and husbands to create for us that safe society. Because safety is something that comes by mutual understanding. And we have created that. So move with heads high. Don't be ashamed of yourself, anything about yourselves or about anything. That I come from this background or that background. Dr. Hamida Tariq spoke so well. She told you, I think that was a lovely speech. I must compliment you on that. And I was also whispering to her about a lovely speaking voice she has. Do you all agree with me? She sounded so good. Yes. So I will just add something there. Do anything that will serve you, do anything that will serve your role, play all the roles that are given to you. But also remember never to compromise. Don't compromise on it. Don't compromise on anything and don't be too taken away by any lip service that is given to women, the Navy, or India. No, we are all right. We are just born women, but we are with you. So no compromises. Professor Gulrez, I do not know if I can recite any share as well as you did. But I would like to share what I mean, no compromises. ऐ तायरे लाहौती, उस रिज़्क़ से मौत अच्छी, जिस रिज़्क़ से आती हो, परवाज़ में होता ही, अपनी परवाज़ में कभी, अपनी परवाज़ में कोता ही मत आने दीजिए, शर्तें मत मानिए किसी, अपने शर्तों पे, अपने कंडीशंस पे जिए। I am a mother, I am a grandmother, I wish I had daughters. But I've always said that God has compensated me for the absence of a daughter in the house with all the daughters that I have. I'm sure that some of you may find voices like ours slightly different. We are supposed to say, "Beta, ऐसे मत करो," where मैं कहती हूँ, "बेटा करो, करके तो देखो." हासिल करो, बस dignity is one word we should not relinquish. And that is something that no mother or grandmother is going to teach you. You know whether you are dignified or not. Look around yourself and test yourself. Assess yourself, judge yourself. Let no one else judge you. I meant to make you laugh. I don't know whether I'm able to do that. I thought when I was getting up from there, I said, okay, I've come after so many years, let me make them smile and laugh. But I do hope that the joy that I feel in my heart is conveying to you you'll go back saying that yes, we met a nice old woman today. She sounded quite okay. Right? The one thing that she has said to us, we'll remember that she loves us. Do remember that. Do keep doing good things. Right from Hyderabad, I keep a tab on what's happening. My favorite person, Professor Naima, is sitting here. She is a lovely person. I think you are very fortunate in having the university. Professor Tariq Mansoor is fortunate in having a person, a dynamic person like Professor Naima there. I know that her mind is always occupied with what else. That what else is that query in her mind that is opening up opportunities for you. And I am sure that if any one of you goes to her with an idea, why not this man, I am sure she will open her doors to you. Knowing her, I know she will. So keep well, keep happy. My duas, you still have to listen to your favorite person on the campus here. Hardil Aziz, Vice Chancellor Sahib will be addressing you. But before sitting down, I am going to address him and say, do make a nice announcement today as a gift for Father's Day. I know to my beginning I am the oldest standing here, and I take that kind of a privilege. So that's another colleague of mine speaking to you. Thank you so very much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for calling me. It's not always that old people have opportunities to feel glad, and I am truly glad, truly.
I know the power of your words. I have no doubt that all the students who have gone through your teachings have learned so much for all their life. Amina ma'am has enjoyed an immensely adoring career, and we all felt proud of being her students. Although we were working or not, but it was a matter of pride that I have been taught by Amina ma'am. Vice Chancellor sir is sorry. This is an announcement. Professor Amina Kishore is gifting 10,000 rupees for the music club. New musical instruments for women's college. Okay, for the team, for the music club team and women's college. Hard work pays in so many ways. So, it is very fortunate of the audience today and the students especially that you have heard Amina ma'am. Inspiration is never such a natural reaction to a person so exclusively as it has been with our very beloved Amina ma'am. And perhaps that's why philosophers have said, a teacher affects eternity. Know the power in those words. And we have seen that. Thank you very much, ma'am, for coming here, joining us. Dear guests and audience, and the music club is here. We are a happy nest of singing birds. Samuel Johnson has said this in another context, but this applies to our college. And here is yet another soulful performance of a group song entitled Aligarh, Nagh-e Aligarh.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, girls, for once again another heart-stirring performance. So the rejoicing is very audible, very obvious, very well deserved, and this occasion is very special. To mark the importance of the day, I, on behalf of the college and students, we request the Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Tariq Mansoor, to address us all. So, please.
Chief guest, Professor Amna Kishore, Professor Zakia Siddiqui, Vice Chancellor Professor Mohammad Gulrez, Principal Women's College Professor Naima Khatun, Dr. Hamida Tariq, Provost Abdullah Hall Professor Ghazala Naheed, Professor Shagufta Imtiaz, ladies and gentlemen, my dear students, Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon to all of you. It is very difficult to speak after the wife has spoken. And also very difficult, as I said earlier also in one of the programs here. It is very difficult. And also very difficult when the former principal who was a professor of English has already spoken. And so many other females they have spoken. But I tried. First of all, I like to congratulate the principal, all the teaching staff, all the retired staff of the college, all the alumni who are present here at the Women's College, the students, the support staff on the Founders' Day, my warmest greetings to all of you on this occasion. And especially so when we are celebrating this after a gap of 2 years, because I think the last one which we had in offline mode was in 2020, and we did not have in offline mode in 2021 and 22. So my warmest greetings to all of you. And also, in the meantime, we have got this, the university has got this auditorium also renovated, so we are holding this first time this auditorium. The Women's College has already been pointed out by the principal and Professor Amna Kishore. It was established in 1937 and it has a rich legacy, a very proud history. And as Professor Amna Kishore rightly pointed out, without history, history is very important. Without history, we are in a vacuum. We do not know about our past, we don't know about. So history is very important. Whether it is of any institution, of any state, of any community, of any country. Because history also gives us the opportunity for course correction. What we have done in the past, how we have to move in the future. So she has very rightly stressed about the history of this Women's College. And we are proud of the rich legacy and history of the Women's College. On this occasion, I also salute the pioneer of women's education, Sheikh Abdullah and his wife, Wahid Jahangir. As Professor Amna Kishore has aptly pointed out, they did not establish an institution, but they gave everything of theirs to the cause of women's education and to the Women's College. So we salute them on this occasion. AMU is committed to gender equality and Women's College providing quality education. But as has been pointed out by Dr. Hamida Tariq also and by Professor Amna Kishore also and by the principal also, we still require a lot for women's education in this country. So we should not say that we have achieved everything. we still have to go many miles. Because what we are observing is that even now, the dropout of girl education is much higher, especially at the school level, as compared to the boys. So we have to continue with the effort. The government has to continue. The civil society has to continue. The non-government organizations, they have to continue all their efforts to enhance female education as well as the quality of the education, especially in the rural areas, slum areas, underprivileged sections of society. As I have already mentioned, this Women's College has produced many eminent personalities. The list is very long, but we are proud of the alumni who have made a mark in the fields of education, science, arts, culture, medicine, and so many other fields. We are really proud of all of them. And it has also been pointed out by the Vice Chancellor, Professor Mohammad Gulriz, that our first Chancellor was also female, Begum Sultan Jahan Begum of Bhopal, who was not only our Chancellor, but she did a lot for women education in Bhopal as well as in Aligarh Muslim University by helping the education institutions financially and by creating awareness and by acting as a role model. So she made a significant contribution to women education. Earlier, the representation of girls was very poor. When I was admitted in medical college in 1973, there were 50 students and 5 seats were reserved for girls. I think even now we have the reservation, but we don't need it now. Because a few weeks back I went to this white coat ceremony in the JNMC college, JNMC, in which they introduced the first year MBBS students. And I think about 50% of the batch it was female. I don't know the exact number, but I think probably 35, 40, 50%. When I am going to the various departments in the university, I am observing that especially in this life science department, biochemistry, botany, zoology, the majority of the students at postgrad level, they are females. So we are making progress in female education. But as I said, we still have to do more. We still have not achieved the gender parity and the gender equality which is there. Similarly is the case with the teaching staff. Earlier there were very few teachers, but now a significant number of teachers are there in all the teaching departments. In some departments actually the females are more than the males. I am not talking of women's college, I am talking of the other departments of the university also. In Delhi University, the number of teachers, if you include all the colleges also, it is 55% of the total teachers. They are females in Delhi University. Main campus as well as the colleges. This I read in the newspaper, I don't know how much it is correct, but this is the majority of the teaching staff in Delhi universities are females. And in Aligarh Muslim University, whenever we are holding the selection committees, I am paying attention to gender equality. Earlier, a few Once back we had a session where it said, you select this. I said, as vice chancellor, when we make the final selection, we have to see so many things. And the cosmopolitan nature of the department we have to see. The diversity of the department. The gender equality is also important. So we are making progress in this, but as I said, and I again repeat this, we still have to do more. As Professor Amna Kishore has rightly pointed out, that this is a safe and secure space for you to excel in every field. And of course, it is just undergraduate level. Later on at postgraduate level, you go to the other departments of the university. But this is a melting point. Here the one great advantage the students of Aligarh University have, whether they are female students or male students, is that our university is diverse in nature. The students, they belong to different communities, castes, regions, cultural backgrounds, linguistic diversity is also there. So, you know how to be flexible. You know how to work as a team and how to adjust with each other. I think this is very important, which when you will enter the practical life, then all these things they will be very significant for you. Because after all, an individual cannot do anything. It is always a teamwork which is important. And you have to work as a team in any organization where you go. And here also you develop friendships which are lifelong. The friends you make here, they will be with you till the end. Because, of course, we always exchange old friends and new ones. But the friendship you have this at this time, I think, it will be a special bond for you in the future. You have to develop for the students, I say, we are not only for the students, for all of us, we have to develop the 21st century skills of communication, collaboration, critical thinking and creativity. The teachers of the Women's College and the principal and all of you are providing good leadership. As you have seen the number of books which you have released, and Professor Amna Kishore also mentioned this. And you are helping the students to develop the overall personality. Development of overall personality is very important. Education you can get anywhere. Now education is not an issue. There are so many government education. Earlier it was 50, 60, 70 years back it was a big issue. Because there are very few universities, very few colleges. But today, in every city, there are so many colleges and institutions. But to get quality education and to develop the overall personality, that is important. And it is here, I think, where the Women's College and Aligarh Muslim University stand out as compared to other institutions. And to the girls, I will say that leadership is not a gender specific. You possess all the skills and talent to reach the top of your career. And women are reaching there. Whether it is politics, whether it is the corporate world, or any other field, medicine, science, women are reaching to the top. You look at the Scandinavian countries, there are 5 Scandinavian countries. Sweden, Norway, Finland, Denmark. I think out of these 5 countries, there are women prime ministers in 3 countries. And if you look at when we had the COVID pandemic, those countries who have been led by women, such as Germany, New Zealand, and the Scandinavian, some of the Scandinavian countries, they did better to tackle the COVID pandemic as compared to the countries which are led by male leaders. So female leaders, they are not inferior in any way. But you should have confidence in your abilities. Confidence is very much required. And this has also been pointed out by Professor Arka Kishore. The self-respect and confidence we have to have. The other thing is that you have to prepare for the digital world. It is very important. If you not prepare yourself for the digital world, and this women's college is the right place where you can prepare yourself for the digital world, because the future is the digital world. Before the COVID pandemic, we were also having the digital world. It is not that we were not having the digital world. Everything was available in 2019, 18, 17, everything was available on the internet. But the main obstacle was the mindset. It was your thinking. That was the main obstacle. The COVID-19 pandemic did change your mindset. It has changed the mindset of the entire world, of all of us. Earlier we were not thinking that we are going to have a conference. Some week will be in hybrid form, and some people will join online from the United States or from Europe or from some other part of India. So what this pandemic has done, it has changed our mindset, the way we think, the way we behave, the way we act. So all of you have to now prepare yourself for this. And you have to mentally prepare yourself for online learning, teaching, communication, and so many things. The young people, they should also come forward for the environmental issues, because they are going to affect the future generations. They are going to affect the young people more rather than old people like us. In Western countries, young people, they are coming forward to create awareness about climate change, environment, water conservation, and all other related issues. In India also, young people are coming forward. In the cosmopolitan cities and in our university also. The school children and university students, they are coming forward. So you should be conscious of this and create awareness about the environment and also about health, hygiene, sanitation. Because all these things you can only achieve with public awareness and participation. The schemes of the government or of the university, they will not be successful unless we all work together. And this is also pointed out by one of the alumni meet which we had. One of the guests of honor will come from Amritsar. She is the income tax officer. She had also pointed out that you should discourage the use of single-use plastics and other things. So I think all these things will be successful if we get the cooperation and public awareness of all of the entire community, especially the health process. My earnest appeal to all the students of this college is that you should make full use of the facilities which are available to you. As the principal has already pointed out, we have established a swimming pool for you, which can be used by the students of the Women's College as well as of the adjoining Indira Gandhi Hall and of the Abdullah Hall. So I am sure that this swimming pool can be fully operational in this summer. And the other sports facilities, please make use of them. The principal has already pointed out that a new common room, apart from the existing common room, it is also going to come up in the future. It is already ready. You should, for your overall personality development, it is very important that you should make use of all the co-curricular activities, the sports facilities, the literary facilities, the cultural activities. And then in the university we are allowing the girls to go, those who have special interest for riding and for other sports facilities. So as a special case, we will always review those facilities and the permission also. In the end, I reiterate the full support of the university for women's education and gender equality. And as Professor Amna said that you should make some announcements, so I don't know what to announce because I don't have any particular project or scheme at this time. But we will give 10 lakh rupees to upgrade the student facilities. And this is not a part of the normal budget we are getting, this is from the Vice Chancellor's fund. So 10 lakh rupees to upgrade the facilities for the students and for the staff also. And apart from this, I also give a gift of rupees 15,000 to the Karana team also. So in the end, I once again congratulate you all on this Founders Day, and I am sure that the students of today, in the future, they will make the Women's College and their university proud by their future achievements. I am sure about this. Inshallah, you will make all of us proud after 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. And some of you are making. Thank you so much.
खुशगवार महसूस होने लगी है। यकीनन आपके लिए ही शायर ने कहा था, आप जैसे रहनुमाओं के लिए कि निगाह बुलंद सुखन दिल नवाज जा हुसूस, निगाह बुलंद सुखन दिल नवाज जा हुसूस, यही है रफ्त सफर मीर कारवां के लिए। इंशाअल्लाह मुस्तक़बिल में भी हम इसी तरह आपकी सरपरस्ती से फैज़याब होते रहेंगे। शुक्र अदा करना मुहज़्ज़ब कौमों और शरीफ इंसानों का शहवा रहा है। आज के इस रोशन दिन इस खुशगवार फरीज़े को अदा करने डॉक्टर बुशरा हुसैन डाइस पर तशरीफ लाने वाली डॉक्टर बुशरा हुसैन।
Assemble here and celebrate Founders Day. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Professor Amna Kishore for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest. It is indeed an honor to have you here, and I am sure your presence must have revived fond memories among many sitting in the audience. Thank you for your love and affection. My sincere thanks to the Vice Chancellor, Professor Tariq Mansoor, for presiding over the function. We are grateful to you, sir, for your unstinting support. We really appreciate your presence and encouragement at various levels. Thanks for your words of motivation. I would like to thank our guest of honor, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Muhammad Ulwais, for sparing his time despite his busy schedule. Thank you for your words of wisdom. A special thanks to Dr. Hamida Tariq for always being there for us. Your gracious presence is a source of motivation for the girls and us alike, ma'am. I thank Professor Zakia Siddiqui, Secretary, Female Education Association, for her infallible support and well wishes. I thank our principal, Professor Naima Khatun Gulreis, for her generous support and guidance. Your positivity is highly infectious, ma'am, and encourages us to move forward despite the hurdles. I owe my thanks to the coordinators of today's program, Professor
Professor Shagufta Imtiaz, Professor Shabana Hamid, and Professor Saeeda Naqvi for organizing this program so meticulously. Special thanks to Professor Imran Nasir, in charge Discipline Committee, and her team members for maintaining the aura of this August gathering. Thanks to the Provost, Dr. Ghazala Nahid, for extending her full-fledged cooperation. I will be failing my duties if I do not thank the college choir managed by Professor Shabana Hamid, Dr. Sarika Vashni, and other very able team members with their ustad for the soulful musical renditions. Thanks to the Fine Arts section for arranging such beautiful paintings by the students as souvenirs to our guests on stage as a token of remembrance. A special thanks to the cadets and Dr. Arshi Shoaib, in charge NCC, for the guard of honor. The meticulous work done by colleagues in various committees and otherwise also stands acknowledged with thanks, which I extend to all the guests, staff members and the students for being with us and making this afternoon so memorable. Help given by the secretarial staff and the cooperation given by the non-teaching staff has been immense. At the end, I would like to thank all the well-wishers of women education. Now, I would like to invite the college choir for the University Tarana, followed by the national anthem. But before that, I would like to call upon Dr. Ghazala Nahid, Provost Abdullah Hall, to make a very eagerly awaited announcement. Have a blessed day, all of you. Thank you.
Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Tariq Mansoor, Chief Guest Professor Abdullah Kishore, Guest of Honor Professor Pro Vice Chancellor Professor Mohammad Gulrez and Dr. Habiba Daliq, Professor Zakia Siddiqui, Principal Professor Naima Gulrez, all the distinguished guests, retired teachers, and dear students. Staff and dear students, I'm sorry. Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon to all of you. It has been a pleasure to have you come to the occasion of the anniversary of Sheikh Muhammad Abdullah and Wahid Jaha Begum, popularly known as Apuya and Alapi, a pioneer of female education. As Provost Abdullah Hall, I, on behalf of Modern and residents, feel privileged to invite you all to join us for lunch after the program, the arrangement for which have been made in the campus playground. As for the students, I request you that after the Tarana and National Anthem, please proceed, all the resident students and proceed for your respective dining halls for the lunch. Hope all of you enjoy the lunch and have a nice time. Thank you.